Now, welcome back to the Prospect Hut, and hopefully you like this video. Now, I came across this article, SNY. They posted this like 2 weeks ago. So I thought this was something to sort of point out in a separate video for everybody. 5 Mets prospects who are having breakout seasons include Speed Demon AJ Ewing. Zach Thornton and Dylan Ross are also among the prospects opening eyes. Whether you have read the top 30 prospect list or other prospect content that SNY has covered, or you listen to the Mets pod, you've all heard about Jet Williams, Nolan McLean, Ryan Clifford, and John Otong, among other top prospects in the organization. While having high-end prospects is certainly important, the true sign of a strong player development infrastructure is the depth of a farm system. Big leaguers have found at every level of the draft, undrafted free agency or international free agency. The Mets system today may not have a prospect who is going to be ranked in the top 10 to 15 in the entire sport, according to public rankings, but they feel as good about their overall system as they have in years. The Mets don't have too many elite players, if any elite players in their system, but there's depth everywhere. They could use some more depth with the outfield, to be honest with you, if they need something. That's definitely what they could use. And I would mention with the Baseball Hut, I will have a live stream that Sunday before the All-Star break, because then we have the draft, and I will cover the entirety of the draft until the Mets make their call. There's been plenty of positive development stories this year, but here are 5 prospects having a breakout 2025 season. Outfielder AJ Ewing. Ewing was drafted in the 4th round in 2023 out of high school in Ohio with a compensatory pick that the Mets received when Jacob deGrom signed with the Rangers. At one time, he was ranked in the top 30 prospects, and he ended up landing just outside the list entering the 2025 season. Let's call that one a miss by me, not by me, but by the writer. Ewing is having a massive season in 51 games split, and this was from 2 weeks ago, keep in mind, between low A St. Lucie and high A Brooklyn. He has slashed 347 with 9 doubles, 7 triples, 2 home runs, and 32 RBIs. Now, right now, he has 47 stolen bases. 20-year-old Ewing is a plus athlete who was drafted as a second baseman, but his transition into primary outfield has shown the ability to play all 3 outfield spots. He has a strong bat-to-ball skills and possesses an advanced plan at the plate. On the season, he's sporting a well above average walk rate and strikeout rate. He does a very good job of not expanding the zone and putting in zone balls in play. There are questions about how much power Ewing will have as he moves up to the upper minors and beyond, but he shows a propensity to line the ball into the gaps, whereas speed can be a significant factor. He is likely to be the biggest rise in the Mets system in the next top 30 update. Okay. Left-handed pitcher Zach Thornton. One of the best overall performers in the Mets system this year has been Thornton, a 5th-round pick in the 2023 MLB draft out of Grand Canyon University. In 11 starts between high A Brooklyn and double A Binghamton, Thornton is pitching to a 1.53 ERA. In 58 2/3 innings, he has allowed only 34 hits and a minuscule 7 walks while striking out 65. Also, among all minor league pitchers, at least 50 innings pitched. Thornton ranks second in walk percentage, first in WHIP, and 7th in ERA. Thornton is not going to blow anyone away with the biggest stuff, but he's a pitchability left-hander who can control his entire arsenal. He throws both a 4- and 2-seam fastball that will be in the 91 to 94 mile per hour range. He also throws a gyro slider, curveball, and changeup. At 23 years old, it's fair to wonder how long it'll be before he's promoted to AAA if he continues to perform this way. He has the look and feel of a future back-of-the-rotation type of starter, which would be a huge player development win. Yeah, I mean, he has to get to AAA at his age very soon. Right-handed pitcher Dylan Ross. The Mets selected Ross in the 13th round in the 2022 MLB draft out of the University of Georgia. Ross had undergone Tommy John surgery in college and then had an UCL revision in 2023. He did not make his professional debut until September of 24, and he also appeared in the Arizona Fall League. Now healthy, Ross is pitching to a 2.70 ERA in 20 innings between high A and double A. He has allowed 15 hits, 8 walks, and struck out 38. Among all minor league pitchers with at least 20 innings pitched, he is 5th with a 44.7% strikeout rate. A pure reliever, the 24-year-old Ross comes equipped with 3 power pitches, headlined by a 4-seam fastball that will sit in the upper 90s and touch 101. His best secondary offering is his splitter in the low 90s that can have AA hitters waving. He also throws a hard upper 80s slider. Keep an eye on him. The Mets might call him up at some point if they get desperate enough. The biggest development with him to AA levels is command. Control issues stem back to college with Ross, but thus far in 8 games with Binghamton, he has walked 0 batters. Okay. Right-handed pitcher Jack Winninger. Winninger was the Mets' 6th-round pick in the 2023 MLB draft out of Illinois. The preseason number 27 pick in the system has made 11 starts this year at AA and has posted a 3.14 ERA and 57 1/3 innings. He's allowed 44 hits, 13 walks, and struck out 69. Winninger is a physical 6'4", 210 pounds, and he attacks the zone with a 5-pitch mix, headlined by a 4-seam fastball that will touch 95. The splitter is swing and miss offering, and he mixes in a curveball. This past offseason, he had a 2-seamer to help against right-handed hitters and ditched the sweeper in favor of a hard gyro slider. He projects as more of a tweener, swingman back-end starter, but this is another example of the Mets taking a college pitcher in the mid-rounds and developing them into a legitimate prospect. That's the one thing about bringing in college pitchers is they have some experience, and then if you had them start, then you can flip them into a reliever. The next up is Wellington Aracena. The Mets signed Aracena as an international free agent at the Dominican Republic in 2022. Prior to 25, he struggled mightily with command. At 24, he walked 42 batters and 40 2/3 innings. Ooh. And that simply won't play. You think so? This year, the 20-year-old has taken a step forward. His command isn't perfect yet, but he has trimmed his walk percentage by 4% while increasing his strikeout percentage by 4%. In 10 appearances, Aracena has a 3.86 ERA over 32 2/3 innings while allowing 26 hits and 21 walks while striking out 45. Well, he's a project. He's still a work in progress. While there is refinement still ahead of Aracena, he comes with some natural big-time power stuff. His primary offering is a cutter that will sit in the low 90s and touch 94. His 4-seam fastball could use some work shape-wise, but you cannot teach averaging 97 and touching 99 to 100. He also shows a natural ability to spin a ball with an upper 80s slider and curveball, and he will occasionally mix in a hard changeup. Aracena is still a work in progress, but he has made significant strides in 25 that has Mets people buzzing. He's another young power arm who has unteachable traits to keep a close eye on. Yeah, he's going to take a while for him. It's going to take him some time to get to the majors, to be honest with you. But you let me know what you think about this video. What you think about these 5 prospects. If you've seen them, let me know in the comments section. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.